My name is Marissa. I had a YouTube channel before this when I was maybe like 16 or 17 years old, but the last time I posted on that was like 6 years ago. And I wanted to go for kind of a different vibe this time than I went for last time. So my first video here today is going to be a tattoo tour. I apologize for like the positioning of this, but the lighting in my condo is absolutely horrible. So I have you guys propped up on the back of my bed. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just gonna go top to bottom. This is not necessarily the order that I got the tattoos in, but just the easiest way to make sure that I don't forget any. The first one is gonna be the one right over here. That is actually something that I drew when I was like 16 years old, and I think I got it tattooed when I was like 19 years old. It's a heartbeat with a little EKG sign, and it says strength. It was not done the best, to be honest, and it's not one of my favorite tattoos ever, but you know, it's there. So the next tattoo that I have is going to be on the other collarbone. I actually got this tattoo after a breakup, and it says love yourself first. I know about you guys, but I am definitely the type of person who, if I go through a breakup or a big life event, I'm normally dyeing my hair, getting a new tattoo, or getting something pierced. Now we'll move from the collarbones to the arms. I'm going to go ahead and start with my left arm just because it has less on it. So the first one that I have on there is going to be this little plumeria, or what was supposed to be a plumeria. It was not done by a tattoo artist. I'll give you a closer look. You can kind of tell. I do not recommend going to someone who is not a tattoo artist or not professionally trained. Not only is there risk for infection, but there's also a risk to have a really not great tattoo on you for the rest of your life. Also, at any point in this video, if you guys hear stuff, I do have an upstairs neighbor who tends to walk very, very loud and be very loud. So I apologize for that in advance, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next tattoo. The next tattoo is going to be this one. It says, let it be, with a little bumblebee. I got this tattoo back when I still lived in California, and again, it was not the best executed. I was still doing my research on tattoo artists, and clearly this one, it's not horrible, but it could definitely be better. The next tattoo I'm going to go over is this one right here. This is my little pink flying cow with butterfly wings. It's honestly one of my favorites. I got it done at a shop in California. There is no particular meaning behind this tattoo. It just was super cute, and I thought, and I wanted it, so I got it. The next tattoo I'm going to go over is this one back here on the back of my left elbow. This is a blue butterfly. I got it because the idea I was going for behind my tattoos is my left arm would be my colorful happy arm, and my right arm, as you'll see, is kind of more of like my dark spooky arm. So I have my next tattoo, which I'll go over, which is kind of more of like a dark moth. It was not done quite as well, and they were not done by the same tattoo artist, and you can tell. So this is the other arm. That is the darker arm, and they're kind of meant to be like opposites, like one in color and one in black and gray. Obviously, they are not the same quality, but still good tattoos nonetheless. Continuing on my right arm, I'm going to go ahead with the front of it. I have a popsicle right here that has a skull on it, so it's a dripping skull popsicle. Honestly, one of my favorite tattoos that I have. Right above that, I have my first tattoo that I got here in Colorado, and that is a cat skull. I got this right after my cat that I had for 12 years had to be put to sleep. It was Friday the 13th, and they were offering flash tattoos for $60, and they happened to have a cat skull, and my cat had just been put to sleep literally the day before. So could not have been better timing, but I'm super grateful for that shop. They were super awesome, and that is in Colorado. My next tattoo I got right before I moved from California to Colorado, and this is something that my dad used to put on all of our birthday cards, Christmas stuff. It's just this little guy that he draws, if you can see it. Yeah, so it's that little guy right there. My mom has a matching one with me on her arm. Right above that, I have a semicolon. It is meant to face me because I got the tattoo for myself. It is kind of more of a personal tattoo, but I will go over that a little bit later in another memorial tattoo that I have. My next tattoo is going to be this little guy right here. That is a little voodoo doll guy that I drew when I was in high school. I drew it based off of a reference photo that I found online, so I'm sure you guys could find it online as well. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much more to that one. I like to get things that I've drawn, but to be honest, I am no like special artist or anything like that. There's just a few things here and there from my sketchbook that I really did like. Next, we will move to the outside of the arm, which again, this was done by someone who was not my tattoo artist back in California. It was one of those days where I was having a hard time and I just wanted to walk in and get a tattoo that day, and my tattoo artist was not working, so I just went to someone else. Sorry, my chinchilla distracted me. So I just went to someone else in the shop and they did this, and it is a little ghost. The quality is not as good as my artist in California was, but it's not horrible either. Definitely could use a little bit of touch-up work, which I'll probably get done eventually. The tattoo right below it is a tiny little heart with the letter E in it. I know it kind of looks like a 3, but it is an E. And that is my older sister's initial. We are super close. She is like my best friend ever. And we've been through a lot together with each other. So I have her little initial and a heart. On the inside of my right arm are my Batman tattoos. So these are my Batman tattoos. I have a Joker tattoo as well as a Batman tattoo with like the little Harley Quinn diamonds in there. These are honestly some of the oldest tattoos that I have. So those are the oldest tattoos that I have on that particular arm, and the color work luckily has held up pretty good. I would say those are about 5 years old, and they look pretty close to they did when they were fresh. The next tattoo I'm going to show you guys is going to be the one on my spine. However, I probably won't end up showing you guys the whole spine tattoo just because that would require me taking my shirt off, which we are not going to do today on the internet. So yeah, that's my spine tattoo. You guys probably could not read it for how far away that was, but it says, "Pain shapes a woman into a warrior." I really, really wanted a spine tattoo, something dainty, something feminine, in cursive writing, but big enough that it was still kind of legible. To me, that is important because I've gone through a lot in my life, and there's been a lot of things that I felt like I couldn't get through, and I did, and they made me 1000% better because I did get through them. I'm going to do a quick outfit change so that we can go over my leg and lower stomach tattoos. Okay, so I just changed into some little demi shorts, and now we'll go ahead and move on to the lower stomach tattoos. These ones, funny enough, I originally wanted to put on my bum, but my boyfriend at the time was like, "Oh, that's not funny." I kind of wish I did it now, but you know, so these are going to go ahead and be my lower stomach tattoos. So those are my lower stomach tattoos. There is no meaning behind them, but I just really like them. I think that they're funny and they make me happy. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to my left leg. These are all placed on my thigh. So I will go ahead and show you both of them and then I'll go over them. So I actually went ahead and just showed you guys all 4 of my leg tattoos. I'll start on the left side. The quote on the side of my leg says, "The sky is blue, but sometimes your days are too. And every day is beautiful and brand new, and that's something everyone can look forward to." It's actually something that my ex-husband sent me when he was in boot camp. And despite being divorced, I do not regret that tattoo. I still think it is a beautiful quote. I still think it has a lot of meaning to it. And yeah. The next one that I have on my left leg is going to be my bull skull with the barbed wire around it. I actually wanted to get writing above and below it saying, "Do no harm, take no bull," but my tattoo artist was completely against it and did everything that he could to get me to not put that on my leg. I'm not really sure why, but I do love my bull skull, and it's honestly one of my favorites. I think it looks pretty bad. The right leg, we have my Sioux horse that says, "Love you, Adam." And I got that in memory of my best friend who passed away when I was 16 years old. He used to ride horses, but I didn't really want a horse on me. So I liked the ocean, he liked horses. I got a seahorse, and that down there is his handwriting, and that's in memory of him. The last tattoo that I have is my sea turtle on the same leg. I've always loved turtles. They've always been my favorite, and I kind of just decided after getting that seahorse on this leg that I'd probably just continue putting more sea animals on that leg until I felt content. Oh, and I forgot one more tattoo. So I have that little tattoo on my ribs, and it says I love you more, and again it's in my ex-husband's handwriting. Probably not like the best idea, and it would be super easy to cover. The only reason that it's not covered yet is because the ribs, for me at least, was very painful. I know for some people they say, oh, I slept through it, it's no big deal. For me, it felt like someone was taking a hot knife into my skin. So I've just been kind of like not really wanting to cover that one up. Partners that I've had since I've been divorced have not had any issues with that tattoo and typically don't care and forget about it, just like I almost forgot about it. So not that big of a deal. Okay, so just to wrap it up, I think in total I have 24 tattoos right now, and I am 23 years old. So I definitely have like a good amount, but I plan on getting a lot more. I think one of the next ones I want to get done is either my cat's actual paw print on my arm, or I really want my upper stomach area tattooed as well. It's just a matter of getting enough money saved up to do that, because anyone who has tattoos knows that if you're going to go to a good artist, it's going to be a good amount of money, especially when I want to do such a large piece on my stomach. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I have lots of other videos planned. My goal is to upload at least once, if not twice a week. The idea behind this channel is hopefully going to be like a lifestyle channel, or advice sharing my life experience and hoping that that helps other people. If you guys have anything that you want to see from me or anything that you are curious about, please let me know, and I would be happy to answer those questions for you guys or make any sort of video. But yeah, that's all for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure to subscribe down below, and I will also link my Instagram as well as my TikTok down there. Feel free to follow me or check it out. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Bye.